Self-doubt happens. Self-doubt is a part of the journey. If you want to be successful as a business owner, if you want to make any kind of money in a business, if you're going to affect lives, if you're going to affect change, if you're going to go after a vision that you have, you're going to make the kind of money that you want to make, 6 figures, 7 figures, self-doubt comes in. And what it is it's the stuff that everybody over the years has told you. You start to repeat things. We have these programs in our head that tell us these stories that we constantly replay. And so when we go out there to do something that we've never done before, self-doubt comes in and says, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. You should just go get a job. You should just give up. You should just play it safe. This is too hard. And all of this comes in. And so you have a choice to make when self-doubt comes in. Do we let it control us and stop us, which is what most people do? Most people allow self-doubt to control their life, to stop them. They say, because I felt this way, I'm going to stop. And they never succeed. The reason why most people don't succeed at their businesses that they set out to do is they allow self-doubt to stop them. It's not a lack of strategy. It's not a lack of knowledge. It's not at all. A lot of people know what to do, but they won't ever do it because they doubt themselves and they tell themselves a story that it's too hard to take action on the things that are going to change their life. And then they doubt the result. They doubt if it's even worth it to follow the journey through. And yet then they have a desire, they have a goal, they have a vision of what they want to do, and they wonder, why can't I reach it? It's because of allowing self-doubt to control you. And so you have to be intentional when the self-doubt comes in. Remind yourself of why you got started in the first place. Remind yourself of the vision of why you're doing what you're setting out to do. Okay? Remind yourself of the goal that you want. You have to mentally be intentional to do this. When the self-doubt comes in, you have to wrangle that thing like it's an intruder at your home. If somebody came into your home and said, give me all your money, what would you do? So it's like that with self-doubt. Your self-doubt's coming in and say, give me all your dreams. The self-doubt comes in and says, give me all your plans. And then it steals it, sucks it away, and we just let it. And we just let it come in like an intruder. My friends, so you have to be intentional when the self-doubt comes in. It's a lot easier than when an intruder's at your home, by the way, to stop it when it's in your head, because it's just you versus you. It might actually be harder in the long run because you will talk yourself into why you should stop. But really, so you put a stop sign up and say, you know what? I'm not going to let myself stop and talk myself out of this because I doubt that I can do it. I'm not going to let the imposter syndrome get in and say, you should stop. You can't do this. You can't accomplish this. But you have to be intentional. If you're not intentional, you're just going to be tossed to and fro by what you feel and by what the flavor of the day is that you feel like doing. And, oh, I don't feel good today, so I doubt myself. Or I don't feel like I can succeed, so I'm going to give up for 6 months. I'm going to give up for a year. I'm going to give up for 7 years and let self-doubt keep running my life. Or it takes a choice. I'm going to choose today to not let self-doubt control me for the first time in my life. Or maybe I stopped self-doubt, I got defeated, I got knocked down. I'm going to get back up again. I'm going to rise again. My friends, you can rise again past your self-doubt. Don't let those limiting beliefs, don't let the opinions of your parents. Listen, I get it. Listening to your parents served you when you were a kid. Now, cut it out. You got to cut it out. Don't listen to them saying you got to play it safe. You got to get a job. You can't take risks. You should be careful. You should come back down to earth. My friends, don't let the self-doubt control you. It will control you if you're not intentional to stop it. It will dictate your life if you're not intentional to not allow it to. It will set you up. You will create situations for self-sabotage because you don't believe in yourself. The level of your self-belief and your self-esteem dictates your income because you have the ability to say no more to self-doubt and to beat that intruder up when it comes in. Not beat yourself up, but tell that intruder, you got no place here. You're not allowed here no more. You're not allowed through the door no more. You're not allowed to come into this space no more. I listened to you before and you didn't serve me. Or maybe your self-doubt has served you in the past. If you have a desire to be an entrepreneur, to make money and income, 6 figures, 10K a month, 20K, 40K, 100K a month, that's a 7-figure income. That's $1 million income. You can't let self-doubt talk you out of what you're called to do. You can't let self-doubt talk you out of the vision that you know is in front of you in your life. You can't let the beliefs that are inside of you tell you to stop. So what are you going to do? Next time self-doubt comes in, are you going to just lay down and cave and say, oh, I feel self-doubt again, so I'm just not going to do nothing? Or are you going to say, no more, I recognize you, you're an intruder and you're not allowed here. Put that stop sign up. Say, you're not allowed in my life. Listen, self-doubt is normal, by the way, okay? Don't beat yourself up for having self-doubt. Don't be angry at yourself that you have self-doubt. It's normal. I get self-doubt. I had it last night. And I had to remind myself of where I was going intentionally, what I'm doing, the reasons why I get started. If you have a desire to do something that you've never done before, don't listen to the things that say it's too hard to learn new things. It's too difficult. I'm not good at this. Those are stories that you tell yourself, and as long as you believe them, you will live your life based off of believing, I can't do it. Or you can choose to decide and say, listen, I'm going to learn step by step, little by little, every single day to get a little bit better every single day at what I struggle with to eventually reach my goal. And I'm not going to talk myself out of it because I don't believe that I can do it. Because I know that I'm called to this thing and I know that I'm worth it to stick with it. Do not let yourself talk yourself out of your dreams just because you have convinced yourself that you can't do something. Or because somebody else tried to convince you that you can't do something. I don't care how close they are to you, whether they're your spouse, whether they are your parent, whether they are your sister or your brother, if they try to convince you that you can't do something. Now, at the same time, listen, if you're really bad at something, you need to get better at it. You need to grow in skill set. Okay? Let's be real here. I'm not good at singing, and I don't really have a desire to go sing and record an album. Okay? But I do have a desire, and I know to make a multi-million, $100 million business. And I know that I can do that. And I'm not going to talk myself out of what I'm called to do. Okay? So recognize your gifts and talents. Yes, absolutely. Recognize maybe what you shouldn't be doing. Absolutely. I'm not supposed to dedicate my whole life to getting better as a singer to record albums. I'm just not. But don't let self-doubt come into the things that you know that you're called to do. Just because somebody said, you can't do that. Maybe you should give up. Maybe you should play it safe. Maybe you should go get a real job. Okay? What are you going to do next time self-doubt comes in? What are you going to do next time this creeps in and tells you, you can't do that? You shouldn't be doing that. You should just give up. What are you going to do? Just going to sit there and let it win? Or are you going to be intentional and choose the life that you want? Listen, if you haven't yet checked out the Grow Your Life podcast, there's over 147 episodes on there. Look up #GrowYourLife on any podcast app. They'll help you grow in a business and help you reach your goals. If you want, you can coach with me one-on-one. We have courses on my website that are extremely affordable that can walk you through step-by-step how to build a business online and make money online. We'll talk soon, everybody. Have a good one.